Hey guys, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Nitro. Well, I'm back here at the Jool 5 Challenge orbiting Laythe, and in the last video we left Jeb orbiting around Laythe, and he is stranded, so we need a way to save him. But luckily I have enough fuel to get the job done right here in one of these additional Schofield landers. So I'm just going to undock one and send it on its way. So now we have one of these landers here. Open my resources tab. We need to make sure that we're controlling it from the right node. And activate our RCS system. So we can get away from this main ship here. I do want to save the majority of this RCS. Because we're going to be redocking back with this main command ship after we go and rescue Jeb. So what I'm going to do here is just get me into an orbit very close to where Jeb is and do our inclination burn and intercept, and then we can rescue him from his orbit around Laythe, because again he is completely out of fuel and we need to save him. So I do need to watch my periaps and apoaps. And bring that down. That'll be good. Alright. I just gotta wait until this little maneuver node comes up here, and we'll be in business. So once we finally do rescue Jeb here, our next stop is going to be Vol and then Tylo. Alright, so that was a significant amount of fuel to get me into this orbit closer to the Schofield lander, but I really didn't have much of a choice. I didn't see how the orbit was beforehand, so we're just gonna have to make do with what we got. Uh-oh. Hold on. I think I burnt it a little bit too much there. 40,000 and 121. Yep, I did. Oh well. So 55,000 mirrors will fix that. And now I can set up my maneuver node over here for an inclination burn. .02. Oh, this thing is so weird sometimes. I think I'm just gonna have to do it on the fly and not really worry about the maneuver node. Let's see. Need to transfer fuel real quickly here. Alright, there we go. Oh man, that's a lot of Delta V. Alright. Do another little fuel transfer here. Alright, so I think we just about got all the fuel out of there. Still quite a bit of fuel to be burning, but we gotta rescue Jeb. Yeah, this is gonna be close. Let's see what we got here. 102, and it's workable. Alright, so looks like we're gonna have to add a maneuver node here, and I think, yep, that's Jeb. So it looks like right here we get a really good encounter. .4 kilometers, I will take it. And then there's only 78 meters per second, so that's very doable. Real low on fuel here, but I think we can make it. See, 199, 243, that's all in the tank. So after that, we will be completely empty. 7 minutes to burn time. Alright, 2.2 looks good. Let's see if we can't fine tune this maneuver node. Just a hair. Excellent. 1.1, that's very doable. So we will plan for that. Where'd he go? There he is. 6, did we pass it? I think we passed it. Yeah, we did. Okay, here we go. Alright, here comes Jeb. I'm just gonna have him hop out and hop back into this, and then we'll do the best we can with the fuel we have to try and get close to the Jool 5 ship, and then we'll have to refuel this thing once we get all the way back. Hey look, it's Jeb. Alright, Jeb is back on board and ready to get out of here. So now we just have to figure out how to get back to our good old Jool 5. Which is basically going to start to look something like this. So we'll see what happens. I know I'm not going to have enough fuel for anything near that, but should be able to grow out from here. Actually, it might just be better to grow our apple apps out. Like that, because that's only 400 meters per second. And then, you know, something along these lines, I think, would be a little bit more doable. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. We'll just burn that as much as we can. So, of course, we didn't have enough fuel, but, you know, it helped a little bit. I want to see if I can just adjust our inclination at least with just the use of the RCS gas up to a certain point. Because if so, that will be extremely helpful for the Jool 5. You know. So 500 meters per second, again, something that's not going to happen, but we can commit a little bit of our resources to it. I'd say probably all but 50 of the monopropellant will probably be used here. And then we can use the Jool 5's engines to come and get us. Alright, that's close enough. There we go. So that's all squared away. Jeb is ready to be rescued with the Jool 5. Where is my ship? There it is. Alright. So how I'm going to go about doing this is I'm actually going to detach the main engines here as part of our transfer stage. I'm going to send this out to get the craft so that way I don't have to haul all of this all at once. So that's going to be the general plan here, and then I'll use it to bring it back and dock. Alright, so I'm going to complete this burn, and then once I have an intercept with Jeb and we're ready to get him attached to our transfer stage, I'll bring you guys back in. Alright, welcome back. We have a intercept here that can't get any more perfect than this. We have a 0.0 separation, so I've never even seen that before. But that should do it. So here we go. We're going to meet up with Jeb. I got our inclination burn and everything set up. I did have to jettison that other set of tanks, of course, because that didn't sustain us for the entire way, and then we started using some of the fuel through the stage. Again, here's that resources tab. I was burning monopropellant the entire time because we don't need this much monopropellant. That's for refueling purposes mainly, and redocking this thing for whenever we need to do that. Alright, there it is, and we'll just see how close we get to Jeb here. We are coming in pretty quick. Oh, passing right over top of us. There he goes. Alright, so we finally met up with our lander in Jib. Now we just need to dock and get him back over to the Jool 5. There we go. And uh-oh. No, Jib, come back. Where do you think you're going? Whoa. Whoa there, buddy. Easy now, Jib. Forward. Alright. Figured I might as well refill my monopropellant tanks while I'm here. And then we can start sending Jib back over to the Jool 5, and then we'll be off to Vol. So I'm going to pause it here and resume once we are in contact with the Jool 5 and we're ready to finish that docking process. Alright guys, welcome back, and now I have my intercept set up, and there's a Jool 5 right there we're approaching. I did manage to just go ahead and refuel every single one of these tanks on our Schofield lander, and it is ready to go. So all these tanks are full, and that tank is empty, and this tank just started to be used. So not really sure how efficient that'll wind up being, but we'll see. Going to have to align the Jool 5 ship to prepare for docking, and then I think I'm just going to dock our lander first and then dock the rest of the transfer stage back to the main part of the ship again. and then we're off. So it shouldn't take too long for me to do here. Docking this is going to be a lot easier now that all of the extra attachments and things are gone. And docking these landers is always a pretty fast job anyway. Yeah, that'll be good enough. Alright. Go ahead and switch over here, and let's align the ship. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and get Jeb back up with his buddies. Whoa. Where the heck? Okay. Jeb? You alive? Alright, Jeb's alive. I do not like how it does that. That should not happen. He's bouncing around whenever he tries to leave the ship. Alright, Jeb is safe and sound. Back in the main command pod. This is what we want. Alright, let's get this lander up there first, since I have a feeling that'll be the easiest thing to do. So, let's see here. Alright, that's that part. And here's our lander. Alright. Alright, that's nice and docked back where it belongs, and now we can go ahead and dock their transfer stage back up to the main command pod. And there we go. All nice and docked together and ready for takeoff. So it did take a little while to dock everything back together, but I've done this so many times before, it's pretty easy by now. Wasn't even worried about any possible collisions or anything, which is good. And that happened anyway, so we don't have to worry about that. This craft is going to be a little weird to fly now since we are missing one of our landers that we used up at Laythe, but that's okay because it's lighter. So now we get to use one of our landers over at Vol in Tylo, and we're going to land a different Kerbal on those planets, or moons, I guess I should call them. So Vol is going to be our first destination, and then we'll go over to Tylo. I'm going to cover that in the next part of the series. This part was rescuing Jeb from Laythe and seeing beautiful Laythe all over again, and our landing zone over here on this crater. So, yeah, stay tuned for our next episode, and we'll do a landing on Vol. See you guys next time.